Nice to see you. Welcome to an old-style footy panel show. My name is Damien. It's great to be here. Welcome to the Mulgrave Country Club. That's Good For Footy. Fans meet the players, players meet the fans. That's how it all works. Those guys out there, I could have stayed out there talking to them all night. You could have brought tickets and just poked your head through the door. It was fantastic. Very much enjoyable. Liked it a lot. But they're going to come out and meet you now, and that's why we want you to just greet them with that warm applause that you just gave me and make it feel like an old man climbing into a warm bath, you know. Want them to feel nice and comfortable as they get out here. These shows are for the passionate supporters, and I presume that's you lot, yeah? Yeah. Without too much further ado then, let's get them out here. Who wants to meet them? Okay. I like the people that don't say anything and just sit there with their arms folded and go, I don't know yet. Maybe. Let's do it. Our first panellist, he was born on the 4th of February in 1993. He's kicked a total of 91 goals. He's kicked a total of 150 goals and he's played 91 games. He made his AFL debut back in 2018. When he plays for the Collingwood Football Club, he wears the number 41 on his back. Could you please welcome to the stage, Brodie. You're singing that a bit lately, and that's good. I mean, I'm glad that you're enjoying it. But we've got another boy that we want to get out here, so we need to save that a little bit. I'll give you a little bit more time to sing the next part of that song when he gets out here. But let's welcome Brodie to the show. Brodie, how are you, mate? Nice to see you.
I'm going well,
yes.
Yeah. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
We're going to have a fun night, and I'm going to enjoy it.
Yes, there you go. See? I've got a reigning endorsement right there. Bloody love it. We've got a lot to get through tonight. I don't want to muck around because I cannot stress you the amount of stuff that we want to get through tonight. But I'm so glad that you're here. This is your first That's Good For Footy panel show. And what a nice response to get from this audience to see this many loving Collingwood fans in the one room.
It's very good. Wasn't sure what to expect. It's fantastic to see a lot of supporters. It's lucky we're playing good footy. Probably brought a few more along. But yeah, we're going well so far, and it's great to be here.
Yeah, good. Well, it is good to be here. I'm stoked to be here as well. Let's get our second panellist. He was born on the 2nd of October in 1993. He's played a total of 188 games and he's kicked 58 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2012. When he plays for the Collingwood Football Club, he wears the number 25 on his back. Could you please welcome to the stage, Jack Crisp. Bunch of people you are. You're so warm and giving, and that's awesome. Jack, your first time at one of these shows. How good is it to walk out to a response like that?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I never used to get any responses like that at other functions, so this is pretty good. So glad to see everybody here with a big smile on their face.
Yeah, excellent. I like it, mate. Hey, let's get straight into it because we are running a little bit behind time and we do want to catch up and make up for that time. We want to do it in our first little segment. It's called Getting to Know You. All right, there we go. What I want to do here, I just want to go through your career leading up to this point. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about what it's taken you to get to exactly where you are right now. And I'm going to do it just with you first, Jack. I just want to go through. Jack, I wanted to acknowledge, I think this week it'll be your 155th consecutive game.
Nah. So how many have I played
consecutive?
In total? Yeah. I'm 12 under my total games.
Yeah.
So if I've... how many did you say I played?
Total games.
I think you said 188 or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 176 consecutive games.
176 games, yes. 176.
You're way off.
Yeah. Great start to the show. Thanks very much. 176 consecutive game.
Yeah.
But also, what I've also written down, you've had an average of 22 disposals per game over your career as well. That's phenomenal. Those stats are amazing, mate. especially the 176 consecutive games.
Yeah, I haven't really looked too much at the disposal thing, but the games in a row has actually been brought up a lot of late, especially when I was just homesick the other week and there was a bit of carry on about that. Was never going to miss. But yeah, I don't know, it's just something I'm quite proud of and my family's proud of, considering I didn't play many games in my first couple of years, so it was just, something I'm holding my head really high about, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon, but I think I still need another 3 or 4 full seasons to get to number 1 on the list.
Oh, I like it. Very nice. And just in my defence, because it hadn't been brought up much, is probably why I said 150th, you know. But we know it's more than that. No, get on with it. What I wanted to go through is back in 2015, arriving at the Pies, you were up against the Lions. That was your actual first game. What was that like for you? You've just been traded. You come down, first game, up against your old club.
Well, yeah, so I was pretty excited to be named in the team for round 1 because that was my first goal when I came to Collingwood. I wanted a fresh start and be able to kind of prove myself again. So my first goal at the club was to play round 1. Once I got picked, it was great. We went up there. The first half was awesome. I think we're up by 60, 70 points at half time. And I was laughing. This is great, blah, blah. But then, the second half, I think they came back pretty hard. We ended up winning by a couple of goals. But I think in the first quarter, Tom Rockcliffe was getting into me, still calling me weak and all that stuff. But that stopped after first 5 minutes because they were down by 40 points.
Yeah, perfect. No better way to do it. You were traded for Beamer when he requested to move to Brisbane. I remember at the time seeing all the commentary around Dane's request to go to Brisbane. This probably allowed you to sneak quietly in through the back door at Collingwood at the time, because there was so much hype around Dane actually going to Brisbane. For you, was that a difficult transition, you know, like at that time with all the hype that was, with everything that was going on?
No, not really. Like, I was looking for a fresh start anyway, so I was kind of already at the door at Brisbane, and when Collingwood popped up, it was great. The only thing I've hated along that whole trade is being referred to as steak knives. Watch this space, I might come up with some cool steak knives in the near future. But anyway, that's probably the only downside of the whole trade, but at that time was just what I needed.
I wanted to, I've obviously just brought up that point, but I wanted to know, what's it been like now being at Collingwood for the time that you have, which has been, you're going into your eighth season?
Yeah, 8th year with Collingwood. What it's been like.
Yeah.
I think it's been great. I haven't looked back once. I think every time I've spoken about the move and how it happened and how I'm feeling now, it's the best thing I could have done for my football. Yep. Or one, because I've been able to play every game, but I've now got a great family down here, my 2 young girls and wife, and we're closer to my parents and her parents. It's just what we needed at the time. Worked out perfectly. Probably couldn't have played any better.
Yeah, good. The last one that I did want to ask, and you just did bring it up, who gave you the nickname Steak Knives?
I have no idea.
Oh, really?
No.
Just something.
Someone in the media.
But it just stuck.
Yeah, it just stuck. It's been thrown into a deal, and I was like, get stuffed.
That's what I wanted to hear. Good. Brodie, let's talk about your career. It's been one that I can't really recall why I've watched it, but I basically have watched it from afar. I think the reason that is you played for the Burnie Dockers. I come from Burnie and went to school in Burnie. So I knew a lot of the boys around there at the time, hence Brendan Gale, Butch Gale, both boys went on to Richmond, Chrissy Bond, all around that Burnie era. I remember watching you playing footy down at Port Melbourne, at North Port Oval. I thought if you could get picked up by the Pies, which was, there was a lot of sliding door moments that had to go on, but if you can cement your position with a role in the side, you'd be a great acquisition for the Collingwood Football Club. It was probably a bit of a sliding doors moment for you when you were playing for Werribee. They aligned with North Melbourne, and you asked for a trade to go to somewhere else. Probably a good move when you think about it now. What in hindsight and what in retrospect have you been able to take from just what I've alluded to, going from playing northwestern Tasmanian state football, a northwestern Tasmanian football, coming over, playing at, because you went through the EDFL, I think, is that correct?
Had a year.
And then you basically went to Werribee, had the option of going to North, asked for a trade, went down and played with Gary Ayres down at Port Melbourne, Northport. Yep. Won the flag there in 2017, which was a fantastic time for you. Yeah, tell us a little bit about all of that, and then what happened for you to then be able to come across to Collingwood.
Definitely a long journey.
Yeah.
You pretty much reeled it all off.
Yeah.
I'll make that a bit shorter.
Yeah.
Playing in Burnie, it's really quiet. Great place to grow up. Had two older brothers that we 3 years apart, so did everything together. Went to the same school. Basically, it's when you finish school, it's either stay there, stay forever, or up and leave. And
Know that well.
things didn't work out when I was 18, going through the Tassie program, and then I didn't have enough money to move at that stage, so I worked in Tassie for a year. Played with the Burnie Dockers. We happened to win the flag then as well. And then I knew my time had come to an end there. I needed to get moving to further my football career. The dream was still, pretty heavy, and like the want was there. Had my first year over there. I was training with the Essendon VFL program. It was their first year in. I had a bad ankle injury. Ended up playing in the Essendon District League for Marby Park, and then it was, I was training with Werribee for a bit there. Decided not to go with Essendon, thankfully. I was a massive Essendon fan, so the
old man. Yeah.
Sorry, not anymore, obviously.
Let him get it off.
And that was the reason why I went there. And funny enough, Hayden Skipworth, who's the forwards coach now, was the coach of the Essendon VFL. So I knew Skip from back then. I was only there for a year, but he was awesome then, just as he is now. So Werribee for 2 years. They ended up aligning fully with North Melbourne, which means even if you're playing good footy, you still might lose your spot to someone that's not playing AFL. And I knew I didn't want that. I knew I had more to give. I worked in Port Melbourne, so the best option for me was to just travel 5 minutes down the road to play with the Borough. And instead of a half hour to Werribee.
Over the bridge.
And it was just an enjoyable 2 years at Port Melbourne. The dream was sort of like fizzling out.
Because you were injured for the first part of the season with different injuries leading into the 2017 Premiership.
So I had a full year, 2016. I won the best and fairest there, which I never thought would be possible. And I was a defender at that stage, so I don't know how I did it, but I had an awesome year. And then I actually talked to clubs after that. I talked to Collingwood, GWS, and I actually thought my time was then to actually make it. And Collingwood ended up picking Henry Shade up, and he's a fellow Tasmanian. I played footy with him under 18s. And the best thing that happened after that rookie draft was I got a call from Don Malisi, I think, who was the recruiter, and he said, look, but like you just missed out, like you were that close.
Wow.
And I could have taken it a different way and not wanted to try anymore, but it spurred me on to keep trying because I knew I was under the radar. And then, I was training really well pre-season. I'd end up coming up against Collingwood, and Mason Cox fell on my knee and tore my medial ligaments. So we were playing them. We were getting beat all day. It happened in the last quarter, and a 110 kilo American fell on my knee.
Australian today,
good on him. He's done it.
Citizen, yep.
And I had 8 weeks off there, and it's funny when you get injured VFL. It's definitely a lot different to AFL. I remember
darker days.
I was Sunday I played. Monday I took the day off because I was obviously had no ligament in my knee. And then I knew I had to work. I was like, I couldn't stay at home. It was pretty boring. I had my knee in a brace. I was driving my forklift with my leg hanging out the side, lifting up crates and all that. So that was a great experience. And then, got back after that 8 weeks, and we made an amazing run to the VFL Grand Final. Won that. If you haven't watched that game, it's one of the best games to be a part of and to view as well. So proud of that game. And then, a week before the rookie draft, had a chat with Dom and Derek Hine over at coffee. They said, would you be interested in a rookie listed spot if you want to leave your job? I said, definitely wanted to.
I can imagine there's a few more expletives, but yeah.
Yeah, and then on the rookie draft day, I was on my lunch break at work and got a call and said, it's a really good chance you're going to get picked up. And the bloke I was working with was a mad Collingwood supporter. I couldn't wipe the smile off my face, but I didn't want to tell him to jinx it. On my way home at work, I got home just in time for the rookie draft. Remember watching it, seeing my name. I cried to my partner, and it was it was an amazing journey. But
get some tissues up here.
It was just all that hard work, and even it's the hard work kept going. It was it was a 1-year deal, so I could have been chewed up and spat out after that. So I'm very thankful to where I'm at now, and I'm at 91 games now, so the next thing is 100. So I'm trying to get to there, and then that's very good.
Excellent. That's wonderful. I thank you for sharing it, because I wrote down a few points there that I wanted to bring up, and I have followed your career. But it deserves that kind of story in order to get to where it does, and that's why I spoke about the sliding doors moment as well. But to not only get the opportunity to where you are now, but to then play in the 2017 at Port Melbourne in that game, which was a brilliant game. What was it like as having Ayresy as a coach?
Yeah, he's very, very good. I got along with Ayresy very well. A few younger kids may not have. He's a very tough coach, very old school. A few younger boys struggled with him. I just knew if I played my role, did everything he asked, I wouldn't have a problem with him. Fantastic coach. He coached them for 10 plus years and had a lot of success with them. And the couple of years I was there with him were very, very good for my career and made me enjoy football again.
Bloody awesome. It really is a great story, and hence the reason I just wanted to lead with that off the top. You can clap if you want to. It is, and hence the reason I wanted to go through it. You alluded to the fact that obviously you got the chance to come out of the rookie draft. The points that I was looking at were that you're a good, strong march, which has really stood out for me, a really good, strong mark. Did you have a preference for playing up forward or down back in your earlier parts of career, knowing that you were playing down back and then you had now had the opportunity to go forward? Has there ever been a preference for you? I will ask a question that alludes to that a little bit later, but just while we're on it now.
There was no preference. Port Melbourne, I was a defender. Some days I'd go up forward and manage to kick a few there. It's like I feel I can read the ball quite well. I was never the quickest, never the fittest, but I can read the ball the way others can't, and it helps me get it. I think the reason I wasn't drafted was probably because of my speed back in the day. And I always wanted to prove them wrong by just being a good reader of the game, taking good marks. Even now I'm playing as a pretty much undersized key forward, which is a bit troubling at times because there's a lot of good tall defenders out there. Just try and give my
perfect your craft
what I think I'm good at, my strengths, make him shine better than everything else.
And well, as I said, I think it's great to come through from the journey to where you are now and to be playing the sort of football you are at the Collingwood Football Club. My hat goes off to you. Well done, mate. Jack, I'll bring you back into it shortly, but I just want to speak to the boys about their career leading up to this point. So thanks very much for participating in that. I want to do we're going to delve a little bit further into you boys now. We're going to do it in a segment called It's My Life. All right, what we're going to do here, boys, I just want to find out a little bit more about you. I did want to discuss your careers, and I thank you for being so candid with it. Let's talk about a couple of questions that I'll ask you, and just feel free to blurt out your answer. At school, what sort of a student were you?
Good.
Class clown.
I was a class clown.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Primary school, I was a bit more of the good student trying to get the good stickers.
Yeah.
High school, as I got older, just my motivation declined.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
You were a report
I
card.
could pick Jack for a class clown as well.
Yeah.
We bounce off each other really well.
Yeah.
We have a lot of fun at the club,
Yeah.
so
You
I reckon
can
we're
tell.
the same sort of
Class
student.
clown.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so in saying that, what sort of a student were you at school?
Yeah, I'd say that as well.
Okay.
I feel sorry for my parents for wasting all the money on me. But, it was always footy, unfortunately. But it's I didn't know what I was going to do without footy, maybe a trade or something like that. But I wish I did put more time into school for the young people in the audience.
Yeah,
Make
school
sure
is
you
nice.
study
School
hard
is
and
very important.
definitely.
Good on you. What was your favourite subject at school?
PE. Until it became more about the theoretical side and you had to do a lot of writing and stuff.
I'm out of here.
Early days was maths until I realised high school that it gets a lot harder, and then I fizzled out of that and ended up being in like the worst maths class in Year 12. So yeah,
I see a real kinship here between you two. Yeah, I get it. You've already alluded to the fact, but we'll do it for Jack's benefit. Who did you barrack for growing up?
Be careful what you say.
Well, it was Carlton. I dislike them very much now.
And you alluded to...
Yeah, sorry. I just wanted to say my favourite players were Kutafides and Fev.
Yeah, right. Okay. All right, there you go. Brodie, I know you alluded to it, but just do it again, and you can tell us about your favourite player as well.
Essendon, I think growing up, my dad played for Essendon in the late 70s. So my brothers were all Essendon fans. They still are, unfortunately, so it was awesome to win Anzac Day. And favourite player was Joe Watson, and I always loved seeing him commentate in our games because I still get to see my idol.
Brodie actually runs up to him like fangirling behind him.
Joe!
I have got a photo with him, and my partner took it out of my eyes closed, and I've never forgiven her for it. She normally take a few snaps, but she took one, and I had
No. There's a valuable lesson in there when we get over there later on. Keep your eyes open, everyone, all right?
It's more me, kid. I
funny
struggle with photos.
That's such a funny photo.
Yeah, that's classic, though. I love it. Which brings me to this question. Does the family barrack for who you play for, or do they barrack for another team?
My wife and kids, yes.
Yeah, of course, but sibling?
No, I think I've got Dad across. Mum does. Ryan, I think he's there, but Callum's still a little bit Essendon.
Okay.
My uncle, I don't really talk about. But yeah, so Michaela and her whole family are all Collingwood through and through, and her dad actually called me going to Collingwood before it happened. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. But
okay, it is. Yeah,
my dad jumped ship straight away. He was a bit energetic when I first got there. He always wanted to talk about Eddie. Even asked me for Eddie's number. I was like, oh, he may not remember you, but funny enough, Eddie, great footy brain. Knew my dad back in the late 70s. They always have good chats.
How's
and
that?
he's annoys me a bit too much because they were from Tassie for so long, and they've finally moved over, so they're at pretty much every game now. So he's very proud, and he's Collingwood. You wouldn't get him talking about Essendon anymore.
Brilliant. That's great. I love the support. I ask that question because it's obviously means stability, and it also gives a lot of traction to the support that you get from your loved ones. Yeah. If it was your choice, what position would you like to play? If it was your choice.
I'm actually really loving where I am right now in the midfield.
Yep.
Growing up, I played. You wouldn't believe this, but I was really tall growing up. I played a lot of ruck. There wasn't many tall people in Myrtleford. I played a lot of ruck and a lot of forward. So that was all I played growing up. I didn't really get a taste for the defence until 2017, I think it was.
Okay.
And I was always scared of the back line. I didn't want to go near it because I didn't want to be the one that causes an opposition goal.
I don't want that responsibility.
I'm loving the midfield, so I'm quite happy where I am right now.
Yeah, good. And Broads? I know we spoke about forward and back for you, but...
I'd have to say forward. The glory is in kicking goals. Some days I wish I wasn't a forward and maybe somewhere else, but I would love to go in the midfield, but I'm never going there, so I don't even think about it.
He takes a few stoppages as a ruckman in the forward line.
Oh, yeah.
And I think you did one a couple of weeks ago. You went in the centre bounce.
Oh, yeah. I didn't win that.
You got nowhere near
I
it.
was no good. Who was it again? I was in Freo, and I just let Rory Lobb just run past me and hit the ball about 10 metres that way. I was like, that's how it works.
You go get it. Excellent. Do you watch a lot of footy on TV with the sound up or down? If you do.
I actually probably watch a bit more now than what I did. Well, Sloan likes watching it as well, which is really great. But I find myself watching a fair bit more now. I have the volume up, of course. You got to get into the games, and it's always lovely listening to BT. Just get the top of his lungs and some of the rubbish that comes out of his mouth.
Yeah.
But you still just laugh and you shake your head.
You shake your head.
I'd watch a little bit every now and again. Most of the time, I'm a big movie guy, so I'm watching a lot of movies.
Okay.
So when the footy's on is my movie time, so I'd rather a movie than footy.
Good. I've got some questions coming up alluding to that. Outside of AFL, what's your favourite sport to watch?
Mine's NBA.
Okay.
Yeah, I love watching that. Yeah.
Enjoyed the Golden State and Celtics?
I was going for Boston.
Okay.
I was happy when they're up 2-1, but pretty flat when they lost. Yeah.
Amazing series though.
It's great.
Yeah, I liked it. Broads, what about you? What do you like to watch outside of football?
I
Movies.
like to watch soccer highlights. I watch the soccer highlights. I can't watch a full game. It's can be a bit boring. I loved watching the netball this year. I get into that. My mum really enjoys it. And I can watch a full netball match, and I still don't know what's going on with it. They're blowing whistles every 5 seconds. And I'm into the Netflix Formula One, so I reckon eventually I'll get into that a bit more. It's a very, very good series, and a lot of people rave on about it. So,
which brings me to the next question. Your segues tonight are fantastic. Have you binge watched anything lately, and is there anything you would recommend? So, have you binge watched anything lately, and what would you recommend if there's...
Yeah, well, I'll say the Formula One. I love Stranger Things at the moment. Very good show. I'm watching Peaky Blinders now.
Oh, yeah, season 6 just come out,
Yeah, I'll watch a lot.
Okay.
I love my game shows too. Tipping Point is my favourite.
I like Tipping Point too.
I love watching Tipping Point as well.
Excellent. I mustn't watch enough normal TV. I've never heard of the show.
Oh, really?
I'm watching Peaky Blinders at the moment. I loved Vikings when that was on.
Yes, Yellowstone, Ozarks, anything there?
No, I watched a short series. I forget what it was. It was a British one about a court case and lawyer. Oh no, it was 8 episodes, which was awesome. I can't remember what it was called. Yeah. But I really got into that. I wasn't going to do it, but Michaela made me sit down and watch it, and then I said I wasn't going to watch it, but she kept catching me like watching the TV instead of being on the phone. So I ended up just watching the whole thing.
Yeah. Okay. If you were a UFC fighter or a boxer, what would your introduction song be?
I've thought about this countless times, but I keep changing it.
I like Rain by Dragon. That's why I like... I'm not sure if it's a walkout song, but...
No, but it's a bloody good song.
I could feel myself bopping my head to it.
Yeah, brilliant song.
On the way out,
Yeah,
get me
absolutely.
up and about.
maybe a bit of Johnny Cash. I'll find something in there.
Oh, yeah, Walk the Line or something along those lines, or a Ringer of Fire.
Maybe Highwayman.
Highwayman.
That's a good one.
Okay, good. In your time alive, who do you think has been the best footballer you've seen play?
Brodie Mychek.
It'll win you points, I can guarantee you that.
That I've played with or against?
No,
or
just
seen?
anybody that, since you've been alive. You could say Pendles if you wanted to, but you could say anybody you wanted to.
He's average.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's been so many different players, but
Yeah.
I've had the luxury of, in my first year at Collingwood, I got to play more of a run-with role. So I got to play on Gary Ablett and Martin and Fife and Dangerfield and Chris Judd when he was playing. So I've had the luxury of defeating all them,
That's brilliant.
coming out on top. So,
Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Brodie?
Essendon Sport, Matthew Lloyd or James Hurd, very good players. Yeah, I'd have to say them. I hated watching every other team. So, the very good players were the ones I hated more. So,
I get it. I know what you're going. You've been handed a first-class ticket to travel anywhere in the world. Where are you going and why?
First class ticket.
I'll go. I like somewhere cold, so I've always wanted to go to Japan and go to the snowy mountains there.
Wow.
I love sushi, so
Brilliant.
I'd eat my way through Japan, I reckon. And then I think that would be an awesome
Japan for
destination.
sure.
Yeah.
I get it.
First class ticket, I'd probably take the furthest flight just to make the most of it. And wherever I end up, I end up.
Okay. Not fast.
Not fast. I don't know. I'd love to go to Europe for a bit. Never been over there.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm not too fast. I don't have big dreams to travel overseas and explore
Okay.
the world, but
Yeah,
blessed to go anywhere.
all good.
Boring.
Yeah.
I'll eat my way through that country.
Hey, do you have that one mate that gives you feedback on your footy?
Will Hosson Elliott for me.
Oh, yeah? Really?
Like, not bad feet, like
No.
good. He's such a
Constructive.
nice bloke.
Yeah.
We talk a lot of footy together. Complain probably a bit too much. But yeah, he's a very, very, very knowledgeable footy player, and we have some good chats.
That's interesting. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Jack?
That gives me feedback.
Yeah. Do you have that one, mate?
I don't know, it's kind of all in one ear at the other.
Yeah.
I don't really listen to anyone.
Yeah.
No, but I think... no. Everyone just gives a bit of feedback here and there. It's not, at the moment, it's all really like constructive feedback. It's not like ripping into each other.
No.
It's just... I don't know, it's just a bit of everyone. Just trying to help the team get better. Like, you make one blue, but someone will come up to you and you're like, yeah, thanks, buddy.
I go off at Jack a fair bit.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't kick the ball forward enough.
Sometimes he's a terrible kick and doesn't.
I'm just busting my balls to get the ball down there. Least you can do is make an effort to get there.
Nice. All right. Hey, boys, check this one's out. You can only choose one of the following on the I can't resist table. Okay, it's a multiple choice. KFC, fish and chips, pizza, McDonald's, pasta, souvlaki, parma and chips, or a sausage in bread with onions. What's that one thing you can't resist out of all those?
We'll just say this for the sponsor. Okay.
Nice. See, you guys are Segway professionals. Yeah, I like it. Okay.
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chips with chicken salt.
Oh, wow.
That's
I like
it's a hard one. Going to a pub, it's always a palmy. But every time I take the trip home to Myrtleford, it's always Macca's. But it might be the odd time I go to KFC and get a zinger burger.
Yeah? Wow. Okay, there you go. You can only choose one of the following from the Are You Kidding Me table. Which do you hate out of these? Waiting in a queue, being stuck in traffic, being put on hold, waiting for a green arrow, your streaming service or internet buffering, or waiting for the microwave to finish?
Probably the microwave.
No, you'd be Wi-Fi. It's ruin your Call of Duty games.
Yeah, but then I can just go hotspot.
I'm stuck in traffic, definitely.
Yeah.
Tassie has no traffic. I move over here and I get stuck in 2-hour long things.
I hear
I live out west too, so if there's one breakdown on the west gate,
screwed.
I may as well park the car and stay in Port Melbourne or something.
Yeah, I hear you. You can only choose one of the following on the what no way multiple choice table. Your wife is giving birth, your best mate is getting married on a yacht in Monte Carlo and is shouting you an all expenses paid holiday. You're playing in the AFL Grand Final, or you've won an Access All Areas pass to see your favourite band on the planet. Which one are you choosing?
It'd have to be the yacht, wouldn't it? I already got 2 kids. Love and marriage, love and marriage.
Nice.
If it's a grand final, are we winning it or not?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Forgot about that one.
Depends if you're there or not. Doesn't look like Jack is, so I don't know.
I don't know who my favourite band is. I'll go AFL Grand Final.
All right,
Why not?
There you go. You got it. Hey, how are you with flying, boys, when you have an interstate game? Do you take your own pillow? Do you put headphones on? Don't disturb? Need leg room? What's the sitch for you guys?
I actually bring my gaming laptop so I can play Call of Duty.
Right.
I don't get much time at home. So, yeah, every chance we're away, that's probably the first thing packed before my footy boots.
Yeah, right. Cool.
But every time the night before a game, Checkers and Will come in my room, we all hang out. Checkers has a couple of games recorded, and then we just watch some footy or TV.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's nice.
What about you, Brodes?
Yeah, we got into a habit of bringing the Nintendo Switch a lot and taking up a whole row and playing Mario Party. We were doing that heaps, and
that was quite fun.
I quite like the WA trips because I normally get a couple movies out.
Oh, perfect. How good's that?
As you know, I like movies.
4-hour flight. Nice.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, good. All right. Who loves getting their rig out just a little bit too much down at the club?
Josh Dacos. Everyone's seen what Collingwood's been posting on socials.
He's just come back with a tan as well, so he didn't have a top on today. It was weird.
Yeah, baby!
There you go.
I actually saw Nathan Murphy take off his shirt in the physio room today and look down at his stomach, and me and the physio Simon Anning were like, "Whoa, what's going on here?"
Hey, what's the best piece of advice you've ever been given? Anything that springs to mind?
See ball, get ball.
Oh, okay.
That was a
That'll
good one
do.
from the junior days.
Yeah, good enough. What about you, Brodie? Anything that springs to mind for you?
No, nothing off the top of my head.
No?
I don't know.
No? Doesn't matter.
Probably something about goal kicking, maybe. Oh, actually, Eddie
Make
gave
sure
me
you get it through the big sticks.
Eddie, I did the millionaire hot seat, and Eddie, this was the start of this year, and he tried to take me through what he thinks I should do for goal kicking. And he's like hold the ball over your right leg, and it would go straight. I think I did it for a bit, and it was working. Then I had a bad week. I'm like, stuff Eddie, I'm not doing that shit. And then I think I'm doing all right. I have my bad days, but
that's good.
yeah.
Good. All right. What's the one thing that you can't live without?
No. I'm probably weaning myself off Call of Duty at the moment. Yeah, I got kids. Yeah, 100% kids. And then wife.
Priorities, all right? Yeah, good.
Oh, the kids
I'm
are
with
so
you.
young and precious. They're so cute.
That's
Can't
it.
live without them.
Brodie, what about you, Val?
It probably changes. I would have said PlayStation maybe a couple of years ago, but I've sort of got out of that. Girlfriend, of course. My dog is great to have around. She's good to have around. Probably, couldn't be without her. She's good to have around.
Makes sense to me. All makes sense to me. It's good enough.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the boys. Thank you. It is a footy panel show, boys. It is a little bit warm in here. Thank you for the heating, everybody. That's wonderful. We're going to talk a little bit of football. We're going to go straight into it, boys. We're going to talk about round 15. Thursday, June the 23rd. It kicks off tomorrow night. It's Melbourne in second position versus Brisbane in first, 7:20 p.m. at the MCG. Forget all the off-field stuff. It's back to the footy. May is a huge out for Melbourne and he holds that back line accountable. Let's not forget he was a captain at the Suns. Yeah, they have lost their last three and Gawn is a massive out, but this means Jackson has to step up. It's a big opportunity for him. He is in the midst of contract negotiations, so here is a time for him to show some potential worth. Brisbane needs to stamp their credentials as well. The bookends play crucial roles. Lions will be looking for a big game from both Harris Andrews and Joe Danaher. Does the off-field stuff, in your opinion, galvanise or fracture? Don't know whether I should be bringing that up here tonight, but the Lions haven't won at the G for 8 years. Just a tip from you boys, but also just give me a little bit of an understanding in relation to, what actually happened between Stephen May and Jake Melsham. It's done and dusted now, but does that fracture or does it galvanise? And how do you think the boys will go getting back out in the field this weekend?
I think Melbourne are probably more rattled that we beat them a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, right. Good call.
Yeah, I would say he'd come back in and once you're out on the footy field, a lot doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'd still probably go with Brisbane winning. I don't know who we want to win. I don't know if it matters, but
I don't really care.
I think a nice break would be what Melbourne would have asked for. So I'm sure they've come back in better spirits.
Yeah, good. So just a tip from both of you. What do you think?
Brisbane.
Yeah, I'm going to go Brisbane.
Yeah, both Brisbane. All right, let's go to this game again. Friday, June the 24th. It's West Coast in 18th position versus Essendon in 16th. 6:40 p.m. at Optus. Never has a bottom table of the clash meant so much. Really, okay? Both these clubs played to their strengths last weekend. Their tackling pressure went up, belief came back into the group, and they started using the corridor with confidence, both playing for pride. What do you think here, boys? Optus, meaning that West Coast have got the slight advantage because it is over there against Essendon. I think McGrath's out and Darcy Parish may not get up.
I want to say West Coast, give them another win. Unfortunately, they beat us, which sucks balls. But they did play well last week. But whether or not their chemistry is still going to be there after 1 week, I'm not sure.
Okay.
They've had obviously multiple changes throughout the year, but hopefully it's a good game because Essendon obviously played really well last week too. They're under Friday Night Lights, so let's say.
Yeah, Broach?
The thing that could help West Coast is definitely their supporters. I don't know if they've been around this year, but if they get a good showing there, they get very loud. And if they can get on a roll, it's as the Collingwood supporters. If we do, the crowd's awesome. So it's the same over there.
That's your 19th man.
If Essendon get on top of them early, they should win.
Okay. Same, Friday, June the 24th, it's a doubleheader. Bulldogs in 10th position versus Hawthorn in 14th. 7 p.m. at Marvel, Doggies came out winners from the highest scoring game of 2022. 35 goals in their game against the Giants. And as I just alluded to, with the previous two teams, the Eagles and Bombers, they're both corridor usage. These two clubs put the corridor to perfection. In saying this, though, their backlines at both clubs were not as tight as they could have been. Dogs were leading in different directions from their forward line setup, giving the ball carrier leading out options, making it difficult for the Giants defenders. It was a great game of footy. I loved watching it. Sadly, not the crowd, though. They only had 6,200 people there to watch that game in attendance. Courageous effort from young Cody Waitman to get back out on the ground after that elbow. Did you boys have a look at that? Have you seen an injury like that in your playing time?
Yeah. Trav Varco a few years back when we were playing West Coast, I think he had a fall and his elbow came in and popped out. Yeah, it's horrible. I think he ended up missing the rest of the year, but that did some damage and I think it had some long-term effects a little bit as well in terms of movement and stuff. And then I think 2020, or 21, Tay hurt his elbow as well. So it's not no injury is a good injury, but they're obviously on the worst side and can take longer to recover. But I was pretty impressed that he went back out and played.
Absolutely.
But geez, you can see how bloody fat it was at the end of the night.
Oh yeah, yeah. Be on the what do they call it? The magic puffer a little bit later on. Give us your tips, so boys. What do you think? Hawthorn versus Western Bulldogs.
I'm going to tip Hawthorn. I think they're due for a win. They're playing some good footy.
They are.
Haven't quite been there for the 4 quarters, but I reckon they'll come out firing.
Yeah.
I'd probably tip Hawks if Lynchy was playing, but he's not, so I'm going for Dogs.
Okay.
I think they'll win.
All right. Let's go to this game. Saturday, June the 25th. It's Carlton in 5th position versus Freo in 3rd. 1:45 p.m. at Marvel Stadium. The Blues went down to the Tigers by 15 last Thursday. They were going to have their work cut out for them coming up against the Dockers, especially if Freo get their running game going, because their backline has been decimated with injuries. Good test for both teams as the game is being played at Marvel. What are your tips here, boys? Carlton versus Freo at Marvel Stadium.
I reckon Carlton will get the job done at Marvel.
Yep, right. Yeah. That guy likes it. That's perfect. Excellent.
I'd say Carlton as well.
Carlton as well. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to this game then. Geelong versus Richmond, 4:35 p.m. at the MCG. Geelong in 4th position versus Richmond in 6th. Another huge blockbuster with all the top 8 teams playing each other in this round. The Cats are coming off a tougher tackling West Coast side where they won by the tune of 18 points. The Tigers got back to the Tigers of old with a gutsy 15-point win over Carlton. Their tackling pressure was back and they were running in support of one another. The way which puts a team's defence under immense pressure. The style of footy where they run in packs, it was back to its brilliant best. 2 weeks in a row now, their work rate and intensity has really lifted, and Dusty is back after his bout of the flu, and also coming back as Dangerfield after his short-term injury, which saw him on the sidelines. They're all big games. This one should be a cracker. What do you boys think here?
I'm going to go with Richmond. I feel like they've had Geelong's measure the last couple of years. I think, the way Richmond's style of football really puts Geelong's kind of uncontested game under the pump a fair bit, the way they want to chip the ball around. Yep. So, I feel like they'll do that again.
Wow, cool. All right, Broads?
These are 2 of the teams I don't really like. Can I give a no tip that I don't really care?
You absolutely can. That's
Making
a no tip from Broads. I like... Well said. That's good enough for me. Saturday, June the 25th, again, this is Sydney versus St Kilda. Sydney in 7th, St Kilda in 8th, 7:25 p.m. at the SCG, this one. It's a do-or-die game for both these clubs, both lost games they were probably expected to win last weekend. Saints only had 38 tackles for the whole game and went down to the Bombers by 35 points. Bombers probably could have done a lot more damage on the scoreboard had they been accurate. They had 61 times they went inside 50 for 32 scoring shots, of which 17 of those were behinds, compared to the Saints who had a combined scoring total of just 17. But at least they were accurate, even though they went down. What do you reckon in this game, being that it's at the SCG?
I'd say Sydney, I think, should easily win.
Okay.
St Kilda last week were pretty poor, and Sydney... Especially at that time of the night, it gets real dewy. Wet and dewy, and Sydney handle it really well.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, we'll go Sydney, and then a lot more pressure can go on St Kilda. They drop out of the 8, we go in.
Strategy too, I like it.
Yeah.
Well thought out, Jack. Let's go to this game, Sunday, June the 26th. It's North Melbourne versus Adelaide. This is the I Can't Be Stuffed Cup they're playing for, I think. North Melbourne in 17th versus Adelaide in 15th, 1:10 p.m. at Blundstone Arena. Crows went down to the Suns by 43. The Suns are a team... They're on the rise under the tutorage of Stewie Dew, and they were playing bloody good football. North Melbourne, not so much. They're coming off their 13th bye for the year. The one thing I can guarantee for this game, and Brodie, I'm sure you'll attest to this, it'll be bloody cold in Tassie.
Yeah, and real windy.
Yeah.
It's a shocking ground, that one.
Yeah. What do you reckon tips-wise for you?
I reckon North could go quite well.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll go North as a roughie.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, lift their spirits a bit.
Yep, I'll go North too. Michaela's got a cousin that plays for North, so might make him feel a bit better.
That's a good enough reason. I like that. This game, Port Adelaide versus Gold Coast, 12th versus 11th, 3:40 p.m. at Adelaide Oval. Port 23-point winners over the Swans on their home deck, and that's where they'll be playing this game again this week. Suns, as I said before, were big winners over the Crows. For a team that seems to be trying to find their groove on paper, they're not focused on that. They're just letting their football do the talking. I talk of the Gold Coast Suns. What do you think here? 12th versus 11th at Adelaide Oval, Port. versus the Suns?
I reckon there might be. I'm hoping it'll be a close game because maybe I'll watch it. Although that Sunday we're playing.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I won't watch that one.
Yeah. I hope you're not watching it.
I might look at the scoreboard and see how the game's going.
I kept that
I
up
don't
there
know.
for a reason.
I like the Gold Coast playing some good football. And,
Are they?
Yeah, the AFL's kind of getting behind them and all that. Yeah, let's go Gold Coast.
Okay. Brodie?
I'll go Port. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're tough there, and they're playing good footy.
Yeah.
And
Being on their home
yeah,
deck.
they're a lot better.
That's
than
that 19th
what they were at the start.
That
of the
19th man
season,
you
yeah.
talk about.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this game. It's Collingwood in 9th position versus GWS in 13th. Sunday afternoon, 3:20 at the MCG. Let's talk about this in a segment we like to call Tell Me More. All right, each week we ask the panellists to give their thoughts and opinions on all things football, both in and around. We're not trying to make or break the news here. We're just trying to get your thoughts and opinions straight from you guys. Let's do it. It's round 15. It sees 9th place Collingwood come up against 13th place GWS Giants. Sunday afternoon football at the G. The game kicks off at 3:20pm. The Giants have won 4 from 13. They've had wins against the Suns, the Crows, the Eagles and North Melbourne, but no teams in the top 8. Toby Green is a real barometer for that club. He did miss the first 5 games of 2022 season due to suspension, but now that he is back, he really does make a difference. Not only giving them a target, but he's a nuggety little tough nut. Who will go to him and close him down, and who will get that job?
Yeah, he's definitely. I reckon Braz
Yeah.
would love that matchup.
Yeah.
And especially in his 150th game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He'll want to shut him down and
Yeah.
and want us to get the win. And yeah, Toby Green.
Being completely honest,
yeah.
there wouldn't be anybody at the club that would relish that opportunity more than Braz. Seriously.
No, I think he'd be licking his lips slightly. another
Absolutely.
crack at Toby. Yeah, they've played on each other a fair bit in the past, I think. So, and they might have had a couple of wins either way. But he's the type of matchup Brazzy loves.
Yeah.
Like a little bit hard edge over the top, like a bit of rough and push and bring the best out of each other. I think. So,
Definitely a chance of a fight if those two are so. There might be a big all-in brawl.
Oh!
Get ready for it.
Yeah, watch your
there you
space.
They're the kind of exclusives we like. Yeah. I know there is no such thing as an easy game of footy. Each game presents new challenges, and this one's going to be no different. Put simply, where do you think this game's going to be won and lost?
Well, it starts in the midfield, doesn't it?
It does. They say so.
Yeah, they've had a quality midfield for a number of years now, and I think they've probably touched us up the last few times they've played. So it's going to be really important that the contested side of things should be a great challenge for us. We've been playing some great footy the last couple of weeks inside, and they always do. So, and they've always got some bigger bodies in there with Tom Green and Josh Kelly's always classy around the ball as well. So I think if we can get on top early there and somehow get the ball forward and create some forward football, and that'll just obviously create more opportunity for us. It allows us to set up better behind the ball. So
Brilliant. Love it. Final word with you in relation to, yes, you'll win. Give us a margin. Not 4 points.
No, nothing close. I can't handle that just as much as you guys. So we'll go to 21. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Oh, nice.
no, I'll go 34.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, there you go.
We need
There's
to build
the
our
answers you all wanted.
percentage.
Yeah, excellent. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together for the boys.
Thank you.
You two are going to be playing in a segment called Simply the Best. I will explain it just before I introduce it. Ellie, what's going to happen here is your buzzer is actually a microphone, so you have to use your name as your buzzer. Okay? Could you test it for me, please?
Ellie.
Oh, wow, it works. That's excellent. Warren, same thing?
Was
Excellent, beautiful. All right, so you two are going to be playing this little segment called Simply the Best. The boys up here are going to be keeping score. One thing we do here at That's Good for Footy is we throw money at everything. Yeah, it looks like that. It's very close. We've got restaurant numbers on a ping pong paddle. That's how you guys are going to keep score. When they get a question right, you boys will obviously be representing them. So, Ellie, you've got Jack Crisp, who's going to be keeping score for you. Wazza, you've got Brodie Mulgrave. That's how it works. I'm going to be asking you a series of questions. First one in that buzzes and gets the correct answer wins the point and ultimately will win the prize. Are you both ready to go?
Yes.
Excellent. How many premierships has your club won?
Alex.
Ellie.
15.
Correct. You're off the mark. First point. Yes. Yep. Perfect. How many times has your team played in a losing grand final?
Ellie.
Ellie.
27.
Spot on. 27 it is. Well done.
Come on,
All
was
right. Here we go.
Fluked that one.
You're both back in. Here we go. Who is your team's captain?
Ellie.
Ellie.
Pendles.
Correct. Scott Pendlebury. Do you want to test your buzzer again, was it?
Yep, what's up?
Okay. All right. Just checking, mate. Who wears the number 7 at your club?
Ellie.
Ellie?
I was about to say.
Hey. Ellie?
Josh
Yes. Yep.
Dacos.
There you go. Thank you very much. How many members does your club currently have closest to within 1,000?
Ellie.
Ellie?
76.
No. Warren, would you like to have a go? Here's your chance to get a point.
80.
How many?
80,000.
80,000. You're both wrong. 86,256. That was straight from the membership club today. Where did your team finish on the ladder at the end of the home and away season last year?
Was it?
Ellie.
Was it?
13th.
Can you use the microphone?
13th.
What are you saying?
13th.
17th. Yes,
No,
it
he
was
said
17th.
1-3.
17th it was. Beautiful. 17th.
17th.
Yeah. Brodie's so friggin' excited up here. Well done, mate. I like it. Hey, how many games did your team win last year at the end of the home and away season?
Was it?
Was it?
5.
How many?
5.
No. Ellie, want to have a go?
4.
No, you went the wrong way, darling. You should have said 6. Bad luck, no points. What year did your team last win a grand final?
Was it?
Ellie. Oh.
Was it?
2010.
And who did they play?
St Kilda.
Correct.
I was there.
You get the point. Well done. How many points did you win that grand final by?
It was 47.
No, you didn't buzz in, but you were wrong. Ellie?
It was 108 to 53, so that would make it... Was it 108 to 53? No?
I just want the number.
56?
How many?
56?
She's good, isn't she? 56 it is.
Yeah.
Well done. All right. Who was the last Collingwood player that won the Norm Smith medal in that grand final?
Was it?
Was it?
Scott Pendlebury.
It was, correct. Well done. So we've got a score of 3 versus 5. This is for 2 points, this question. All right, here we go. Who was your club's leading goal kicker in 2021?
Was it?
Was it? And how many goals did they kick, just to finish off the question? Who was it and how many goals?
In 2020. What year was it?
2020. Well, you buzzed in, so I had to... It was 2021. Go for it.
21. Was it my checkers?
It was Brodie Marchek, yes. How many goals?
44.
No. Ellie, would you like to have a go? You're good at these.
I'm going to
Yes.
say it was 35.
34. So close, Ellie.
34 goals, 34. Tell us.
1 point to you, Warren. This is for 3 points, guys. Player, year and votes. Who was the last Collingwood player to win a Brownlow medal? What year and how many votes did they poll?
Was it?
Was it?
Dane Swan.
Yes. Keep going.
2011.
Correct. 2 points.
32 votes.
No. Ellie, do you want to have a go?
I was going to say 36.
No, that's his number. It was 34. Two points to Wazza.
Yeah, well done, Wazza.
All right, listen to the question in its entirety. It'd be stupid if you buzzed in because you wouldn't know it if you didn't listen to it in its entirety. I will give you 3 players' names. Give me the combined total of all 3 jumpers. Are you ready to go?
Yep.
Josh Dacos, Nick Dacos, still side bottom.
Ellie.
Ellie.
44.
No.
66. Was I?
No. No.
So, was
You
it-
both got
who
it
was
wrong.
it?
64.
Josh.
You've got 7, 35 and 22. All right. Here comes your next one. I'm going to give you 3 player jumpers. You have to tell me the combined total. Jack Crisp, Jeremy Howe, Darcy Moore. Buzz in.
Ellie.
Ellie.
94.
No. Was it?
I'll say 90.
No, 68. What did we finish up with, score-wise? Score-wise?
No, Darcy's 30,
38, 25.
31.
Oh, hang on, 98. 98. Hang on.
30.
93. 93.
I was close.
Yeah, but no points. No points. No points. No points. No one got it. All right, but we do have a winner, don't we? It was 5 versus 6. Wazza, you are simply the best. Woo. Well done. Warren, congratulations. You are simply the best, mate. That was
Awesome, thank you.
a champion a little stint that you did there. You've won $197 worth of headphones from Yamaha. Okay? They're yours. Ellie, I've got 2 tickets to go to the game. Would you like them?
Can I pass them on forward?
Yes, I can. I can absolutely do that for you. In saying that then, here's a football. And there's a That's Good For Footy beanie. All right, well done.
Oh,
Thanks, guys.
yeah.
Good on you guys. Well done. Thank you very much. Simply the Best was proudly brought to you by Yamaha and the Big Picture people. They are the experts in surround sound home theatre technology. The Big Picture people are located in Hoppers Crossing, Clyde North, Water Gardens, South Morang, Cheltenham and the Gold Coast. Well done. Thanks, boys. That was good. Cody and Emily, welcome to the show. You two are just simply here for your attractive looks and also to keep score, okay? So what's going to be happening here, I'm going to be asking the boys a couple of questions. Each time that they get a question right, I'll just say that's right, and then you just turn over the score pad and we'll see how many points they've got at the end of this to determine a winner. We're going to introduce a segment. It's called I'm Too Sexy. All right. These are open questions to both of you, and you can just answer them as freely as you like. Here comes your first question. Have you ever Googled yourself?
Yes.
Yes.
That's 1 point each, okay? Cody, turn it over. Turn it over. Yep, 1 point. He goes, it's already 1 point, Damo. All right. Is your car worth over 70,000?
No.
When I bought it, it was. The value's
Yeah.
declined a little bit.
We're going to go with what you brought it for, 70K?
Yes.
Yeah, all right, 1 point. There we go. That's to you, Cody, not to you, Em. Do you have more than 3 coffees a day?
No.
Does as large count as 1 or 2?
Yeah, 1.
From
One.
a coffee drinker would say 1, from a non-coffee
Well,
drinker.
I have 3.
Okay, well, there you go. You got a point. There you go. You got a point. Do you watch replays of games you feature in?
No.
No.
Oh, no points there. All right. Do you have more than one mobile phone that you use on a semi-regular basis?
No.
No.
No. Okay.
Do people have that? Players?
Do what?
Do some players that you've had
Yeah.
come to the... okay.
Yeah. I won't say why. Okay. Do you rate yourself as either a really good singer or dancer?
I do at home.
Which? Both?
Yeah, to both.
We've both been on the dance floor. We're pretty good dancers, so it's
Cool.
Yeah.
A point each for both
Very
of you.
good dancers.
I like it. All right.
Yeah.
Would you get a hair transplant if you were going bald?
This is so... I had this conversation today with Luke. Well, I don't know. I've never thought about it because I've got a nice head of hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll probably say no.
Okay. No. Broads?
I would actually. Yeah.
Okay. Emily,
Get
gets
a
a
nice
point for that.
long locks or
Yeah.
something like that.
Nice little
Put in
80s
a
befont.
ponytail or something.
Yeah.
Why
I
not?
hear you. Have you ever said, do you know who I am when lining up at a nightclub?
Yes.
I
feel terrible about it too.
He looks like he feels terrible about
It's like you walk up there and you go, oh, I hate to do this. Like, there's a few Collingwood boys here. Can we get in?
it. There you go. I like it. 1 point, Cody.
I
They said no.
haven't.
They said
but,
You haven't?
Funny enough, Nick Dacos has actually got me into a nightclub, and he wasn't even drafted yet. So that's how well I go.
Wow.
I always want to do it, but I'm
I'm going to give that a point. I
don't want to hear
story.
him go who or piss off or something like that.
Cool. Do you like either your passport or driver's license photo?
No.
No?
What do I like better?
No.
Oh.
Do you like either your passport or driver's license photo?
My passport's all right.
Okay.
I've got real long hair in it, but I've a good smile. So.
One point there, Emily.
Give me
Well
a
done. Have you ever fudged a footy story to make it sound better?
No.
No.
Nice.
We're
You'd
authentic.
have to think about that
Yeah.
for a sec, but I like that. Have you ever brought a present for your partner, but it was really for you?
Yeah.
A little bit of hesitation. 1 point. Cody?
Yeah, I'd say a big one would be food. Get her a nice present,
Yeah.
nice bit of chocolate,
Okay.
but then eat it yourself.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Nice. 1 point each. Have you ever re-gifted a gift that was given to you?
No, but I've thought about it plenty of times.
I haven't, no.
No.
Mainly because Mickey says no, don't do it.
Yeah. All right, no points there. That's good enough. Have you ever had something that you got, took, or received from the footy club and then gave it to someone as a present?
Training gear, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Training
Yeah.
heaps
Yeah,
of stuff.
all right.
Yeah.
1 point each.
Yeah.
That's good enough.
I put mine into the Vinnie's bin, so
Yeah.
my clothing is floating about somewhere.
Number
so
41
if you
all
ever
over
come
it.
across,
Somebody
you might
out-
see 41 on the tag.
Somebody out there is wearing Brodie
Yeah, yeah.
Mycheck. I like it. Have you ever gone anywhere and accidentally or purposely left your wallet at home or in the car?
Yes.
Ooh, he was very emphatic with that answer.
Well, my first trip to Bali, I left my phone on the plane. And I was walking through the airport, and then I thought, oh, crap. I had to run all the way back, but then the cleaner's already on the plane, so I had to wait there for half an hour while I got my wallet. So I was very thankful that I didn't lose it.
Wow.
But yeah, it was stressful.
Cool. Point.
Probably not. Every time I leave the house, it's tapping the
Idiot check.
legs
Yep.
for the wallet and phone.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're saying.
Always check.
Have you ever gone to a restaurant and ordered something that isn't on the menu?
No.
No? Some people do, you know, they could walk in and go,
Didn't
can
know
I
you
have
could do that.
an egg white omelette? And they go, we don't serve that, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, you don't. That's good enough. Have you ever gone to the movies by yourself?
Yeah, big yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you don't go to the movies to talk to anyone.
Yeah, right.
You go there to watch a movie. Large popcorn, large frozen Coke, I'm sorted.
Perfect. There you go, Em. What are we looking at there score-wise? 8 versus 7. Ooh.
Yeah, I've been to the movies by myself.
Here we go. Do you have over 5,000 followers on Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Point each. It's all right,
Silly
relax.
question.
Have you ever attended more than 2 red carpet events in 1 year? By red carpet means going to a theatre, going to a premiere.
Yeah, I've been to a lot
Jack
of premieres.
does a lot of those.
Well,
I've
sometimes
been
they're
doing-
like different carpets. It's not all like
Yeah.
red carpet.
I hear. So it's a point to each of you. That's good enough.
We have the same manager, so we often get the same
Same gigs.
functions
Yep,
and
I get it.
gigs.
Quite funny, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
we always
often-
talk to each
often-
other. Like,
yeah.
hey, did you get it? Are you going? Oh yeah, I'll come with you.
I'll be your +1. Hey, have you ever received and gladly accepted any promotional product in the mail or through the club without actually requesting it?
No.
From the club, like through club stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like anything that's promotional, like a company may send something to the club and then you go, oh, geez, I wouldn't mind that.
I've
You get a
received
lot
few
of
things
promotional stuff.
I'm not going to say no.
I don't know, grew up with not getting that stuff, so I'm grateful and humble at the same time.
The long answer
Not gonna
was
say
yes.
no. People
Yeah.
send me something.
Okay,
like,
good.
oh,
1
thanks,
point.
That's, nice,
That's good enough. Brodie, you're saying no to that. Okay. So just to check scores again. 10 all.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. Right down to the nail, boys. Have you ever been in a situation that requires you to do something for the club that you are not necessarily comfortable with?
What was that again?
Have you ever been in a situation that requires you to do something for the club that you're not necessarily comfortable with?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'd say no.
No?
Like what?
Why?
Moving position. Oh. No,
Nah, we're all good.
Do what you got to do for the team.
Nah,
the club,
it's
yeah.
all
We
good.
go with the flow.
It's all
We
good.
Yeah.
do anything.
Got to be easy to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Guess what? We've got 2 winners.
Oh.
That's fantastic. We're not going to divide it.
Nah, Jack said he went to the movies by himself.
I lied.
I'm going to offer you both, and you've got the right to refuse, but you've both got tickets, 2 tickets, right, for 2 people to go and see Collingwood versus GWS at the G on Sunday. Would you like those, or would you like a football and a beanie? Football and a beanie?
Oh.
Football and a beanie, all right. There you go. You both get one each.
I already have.
There's a football and a beanie. Don't worry, we can have a chat later. I can still look after you. I'm happy to do it. Emily? Yes, cool.
Yeah.
Emily, that's yours. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Cody, that's yours.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a beanie. Well done. Good on you, champ. Thank you, boys and girls. That was wonderful. All right. We're going to do it in a little segment. I'm going to introduce it. It's called Say My Name. Poor little Jade's gone all jelly-legged. It's fantastic. And Baxter's has gone, mate, how cool is this? So what's going to happen here, boys? You're going to have 45 seconds on the clock, okay? Who would like to go first out of you two?
I'll go.
Older
Brodie's going to go.
Yeah, the
okay.
older person goes
So
first.
what's going to happen, boys, I'm going to read out a player's jumper number, current player's jumper number from the club. You've got to give me their Christian name and their surname. You're going to have 45 seconds on the clock in order to do so. And if you don't know the answer, just pass. All right? Because that 45 seconds goes in 45 seconds. All right? So you're going first. I'm going to read out the player's jumper number. What happens here, Baxter's going to be flipping it over every time you get one right. So you ready to get a real workout, my friend?
You ready?
All right, here we go.
Pretty good at this.
Your first one starts now. Number 1.
I'm panicking. Who is it? Pat Lipinski.
It is number
Yeah.
1.
That was his
Number
full name.
9.
John Noble.
Correct. Number 41.
Brodie Marchek.
Correct. Number 22.
Steel sidebottom.
Correct. Number 26.
Hey, no, nothing in the
Quick.
crib.
Quick.
Reef.
Yep. Quick.
Reef McInnes.
Reef McInnes. Yes. Number
Yeah, I thought
33.
it was. Well, Jack Ginnivan.
Yes. Number 25.
Jack Chris.
Correct. Number 4.
Brodie Grundy.
Correct. Number 44.
Jack Madgen.
Correct. Number 7.
Josh Dacos.
Correct. Number 10.
Pendlebury.
Correct.
Scott
What's his
Pendlebury,
first name? You didn't say his
Scott
first name.
Pendlebury. Yeah.
I know. I'm trying to get through it. Number 14.
Darcy Cameron.
Correct. Number 28.
Nathan Murphy.
Correct. Number 37. I'll give you this.
Braden Maynard.
There you go.
Yeah.
Who's 37?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. How many did you get? You're going backwards.
Do you keep up?
14. Total score of 14. How'd you go, Baxter? Oh, brilliant. Well done, mate.
Gave him all the easy
14.
ones.
Score of 14. All right, well done, Baxter. That was great. Now we're going to switch it over to you, Jack.
I'm terrible here.
You've got 45 seconds on the clock. Each one that you get right. Jade, if she can concentrate, is going to be flipping them over. All right. Your time starts with your first one. Now, number 15.
Who? Oh, yeah, Nathan Kruger.
Excellent. You got that right. Number 17.
Cal Brown.
Correct. Number 32.
Will Hoskin-Elliott.
Number 30. Correct. 36. Pass if you don't know.
Harvey Harrison.
Correct. That's it. Number 18.
Finn McRae.
Correct. Number 20.
Will Kelly.
Correct. Number 3.
Isaac Quainer.
Correct. Number 8.
Trent Bianco.
Correct. Number 35.
Nick Dacos.
Correct. Number 6.
Tyler Brown.
Correct. Number 30.
Darcy Moore.
Correct. 23.
Who's that?
23.
John Ruffhead.
Correct. Number 13.
Rest in peace. Taylor Adams.
Taylor Adams. Number 46. I'll give it to you.
Coco. Mason Cox.
There you go. What was the total score? 14 each. I'm just giving away stuff up here, aren't I?
I'd just like to thank my teammate Brodie for helping me out. I would have been stuck on Krugs.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Well done. I think you had a total score of 28, and you had, no, that was great. I'm going to give you two the same option. You're going to have tickets to go to the game. You'd like a footy and a beanie, and you'd like the... Yeah? Cool. So you want the footy and the beanie, and you'd like the tickets to the game. Fantastic. There you go. They've won them. Awesome. Well done, guys.
done.
Jade wants to know if she can stay up here. Is that all right? No, all done. Thanks, guys. Well done. I'll give you the beanie and I'll grab you a football at the end of the show because I've run out of them in the bag. There's a beanie for you and I'll give you a football a little bit later on and we'll get you your tickets. All right? Well done. Thank you very much. That was great. Thanks, boys. Hey, it's been a treasure tonight. I've really enjoyed both having Jack and Brodie here, but I've enjoyed having all you guys here in the room as well. It's been wonderful. We hope you've had a good time, have you? Yeah. It's not courtesy of me, it's actually courtesy of them. But I can't thank you enough for coming along and supporting the show. Next week on the show, which is on June the 29th, we've got from the Melbourne Football Club, Alex Neil-Bullen and Luke Jackson. So it'll be interesting to see whether I can get some contract negotiation talks out of him. I'd be doubting I will. Yeah. But if you're purchasing online, remember you can only get your tickets through the That's Good For Footy website like you guys have all done tonight, www.that'sgoodforfooty.com.au/events. Click on the links in the post on the That's Good For Footy page. This will take you through to the ticketing platform, or you can now purchase your tickets at the door unless we're sold out, which you can also be aware of. These shows are recorded live at the Mulgrave Country Club. Thank you to Sam. Thank you to the lovely Sandy. Been wonderful. Can't do it without him. We love doing the shows, but we need the support from you guys. So if you've had a good time, as I said to you at the start of the show, go home and tell everybody. If you didn't have a good time, don't tell anyone, because no one likes a whinger. All right? That's a really simple term. But what I have literally gone over time tonight, and I'm deeply apologetic to both of you, but I've enjoyed your company. Great having a chat with you. Great that you've been so forward, candid, and appreciative of the fans here tonight. I can't thank you enough for just that. So I really appreciate that. But what I would like you guys to do is show your appreciation by putting your hands together for Jack Crisp and Brodie Morachek.
Thank you.
Finger point.
Two absolute champions of the Collingwood Football Club. I know you wish them the best on the weekend. You also wish them the best as they move into the pointy end of the season. It's been seriously wonderful to have you both here. I'm going to leave the last word to you two because you have a microphone in your hand. It's the first time that you've been on the show. Give us a little bit of insight. What do you think? I know when you came out here, you were like, I don't know what to expect, but now that you've done it.
No, I had a bloody wonderful time. Thank you to everyone out here who obviously showed up, for one, and then made it a great night. I had a lot of fun.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.
Yeah. Well said. Well said. Didn't know what to expect, but have loved every minute of it. Pies fans always show up in big numbers, so thankful for all of yous that have come tonight.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well said. Thanks very much, boys. We hope you've had a good time. As I said, tell your friends, get them to come along to the next Collingwood show. God knows who we might have on it. But this has been the That's Good For Footy panel show. My name's Damien. Thank you, everyone, and good night. Cheers, guys.